think he did well. Came in a tough situation. You know, he's a young kid. He has a bright future and a very positive mindset. And it was good to get in the huddle.
You think he'll be good quarterback moving forward?
He's a very athletic guy, and you know he has a really good arm. I'm more than positive he's going to have a lot of success in the future.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Talk about you moving forward. I mean, obviously it's going to be really tough to transition today into what you're going to do here in the future, but what's next for you?
Right now, head home and lick the wounds, and then eventually graduate, get my degree, and then head into training.
Yeah. When today, after your quarterbacks take a couple hits, when you see them come back to the huddle, do you see how they sometimes respond? Are they frustrated, or are they just like, guys, let's get this together and keep the ball rolling?
I think our offensive line play today wasn't up to par, but they kept a positive mindset. Those guys are really selfless. They take it upon themselves. They're like, hey, I need to make the call better. I should have communicated better. They don't point fingers, and it just shows that these guys are leaders, and they have a bright future ahead of them.
I know you can't say much, but if you can in somewhat way describe the emotion at halftime, what was kind of being said amongst players and the message from the coaching staff for y'all to come back out and try to get things rolling in the second half.
We in the first half, all it came down to, was bad execution on offense. Defense, I think, played really well. We gave defense some bad field position. It's tough to hold back a very explosive offense like Mizzou on 40 or 50 yards. They get a first down, a couple first downs, and suddenly they're in the red zone. That's tough, but they played their heart out, and I'm excited for them.
Yep. You've been with 2 coaching staffs now. What's the impact, you think, of not having an offensive line coach down on the sideline with y'all, coaching y'all up after y'all come out after a bad series, I would say?
Coach Fry's up in the box, and he's we have Coach Craddock is our offensive coordinator and calls the plays, but Coach Fry's really good at dissecting defenses and seeing which run plays works the best. We come off the sideline, we immediately get on the headset and we start talking and communicating. So honestly, I think it's been I like that he's up there. He can see everything much better. He can come down and say, if I'm not sure if they brought some pressure, they brought this and we're going to check it to this. So communication wise, I don't see a disadvantage in having him in the box at all.
And how has that communication worked? I see you have the headset on. Then are you supposed to relay that message to the rest of the O-line?
Yes, and also, he gives the whole O-line gets the headset on if there's specific nuances that we need to change. Johnny, if he needs headset on, they're like, hey, you need to do this more. Or with me, it's like, hey, you kind of lost him inside there with your hand placement. Just coaching is up, because the defense is on the field and we're game planning. And communication, I think that's not an issue at all.